Hey, it's Ethan here at eTrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the SeaSucker Monkey Bar Roof Rack system on our 2022 Chrysler Pacifica. First thing, we already have our front set up, so we're just going to be showing you the rear one, but the process is going to be the same. Make sure you have the dual cup one in the front. Also, we're going to start by cleaning off our roof, just soapy water, anything like that, to get that dust and debris off the top so we have a nice firm hold. And we're going to take off these plastic caps, but make sure you keep them around because we will have to put them back on anytime we take these off. So we've removed our plastic covers, and now it's just a matter of slowly draping one side over and then the other. And then we're going to line these up side to side, and we also want to measure our crossbar spread. With our back bar in place, a couple things to point out. We do have these buttons facing backwards as with the front and the back, so make sure they're facing in this direction for you. We also have ours that happen to fit in the ridges, but if yours don't, you're going to need to loosen up this Allen key here, move these along the crossbar, find where they fit into the ridges and tighten it back up. But from here, we're going to measure our crossbar spread to make sure that we have it the same on both sides. The number we typically shoot for is right around 28 inches, which we found is a pretty universally good number for most of your rooftop accessories. So I just need to slide this one in just a little bit, but we'll go to the other side, measure that one as well, make sure they're the same, and then we'll tighten the cups down. To suction the cups down, we'll press down on the whole system, making sure we get that initial force pressing down on the cup. Then we're going to press this button here in the back until that orange indicator disappears, which is how you know you've got the proper suction. Now we're just going to repeat that process on the other side. Same thing. Just apply that downward force, press that button until that indicator disappears. Just before or after you take your trip, pretty much any time, make sure all the orange indicators are fully depressed on all of the cups to be safe. With everything installed, let's talk about some of the features and specs of the roof rack system. First and foremost being why you would use this roof rack. So in our case, we see this a lot with people who are maybe traveling more often and they have rental cars or something like that. These are really easy to break down and bring with you and put them on without any sort of invasive or fitting or anything under the rails. Especially here with our Pacifica, because we have this sliding door, a naked roof fit kit isn't really an option. So if we want to get heavier, larger items up on the roof and get them where we need them to go, we would have to go for something more permanent, like installing a rail system or something like that, which involves drilling into your roof. So this is a really non-invasive, really easy to break down and bring with you way to get some of those larger items up on your roof and get them where you need to go. A lot of people seeing this might be worried about what can this hold as far as weight capacity, pull strength. The weight capacity of the system is actually 150 pounds, which is not much less than your normal roof rack systems typically fall into. Keeping in mind that your roof is going to have a different weight rating, so make sure you check, find out what that is, and make sure that whatever you're putting on plus the weight of the system isn't going over that. Also, as far as the pull strength goes, we did do a pull test just to demonstrate, but it is able to support up to 1,260 pounds of force pulling back on it, which breaks down to 210 pounds per cup. The crossbars we're working with on the system today are 48 inches long, so they don't span the entire top of the roof of our Pacifica. There is a 60-inch version available as well, which I think might be just a little bit of a better fit. Gives you more room to work with if you want to get multiple items up here. Again, keeping that weight rating in mind, and you could probably use the overhang a little bit better to get some of those larger items closer to you so that they're easier to access. On the subject of the crossbars, we can see that they are round in our case, which for most applications nowadays will be just fine. A lot of them use clamps. If your accessories use T-Track exclusively accessories to fit onto your crossbars, obviously this will not work. They do not have a channel for those T-slot accessories. But the only thing that we might run into issues with is something like a J-style kayak carrier, which tends to move one way or another when you load them up. But once you have the kayak loaded up, it'll probably work just fine. The whole system is super lightweight though. The rack itself is only going to come in at about 12 pounds. So it's one of those factors that makes it really easy to break down and take with you wherever you want it to go. It's made of aluminum, which helps it be so lightweight. It's got a black powder coat finish, which is going to be durable, hold up to rust, weather, and corrosion, especially up on your roof in the elements. For a little bit of extra security, there are trunk and window anchors and locks available to use with this rack, but they're not the easiest things to work with, especially with our sliding door here. So honestly, I would recommend whenever you get to where you're going or get back, kind of a hassle, but I would probably just break them down, store them in your car where they're easier to work with and they're more secure. Overall, I've mentioned a few cases and a few reasons why you might want to use this roof rack system throughout the video, but just to reiterate, it is a great solution for you if you have a certain type of vehicle where fitting a permanent fit or permanent rack on your roof might not be the easiest thing to do, or might just not be an option at all, or maybe you just don't need something on your roof all the time and you want a solution that you can take off, put back on really easily, and store really compactly when you're not using it. This is a great choice for you. If not, you can definitely look into some more permanent options, but again, those are going to be more of a hassle. You can check out some videos and pages here at eTrailer for those examples, but in any case, we just took a quick look at the SeaSucker monkey bars with the 48-inch crossbars, how they work, how they install, and how they fit on our 2022 Chrysler Pacifica.